Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another new video. And this week on the Magic Roundabout we've got, by popular request, a Corgi 3/4 ton comma. This is the Transalite version, and this is the early version. This is the version which wasn't in the constructor set, as you'll see in a minute when I do a comparison with the other one. As you watch this go round, I'd just like to welcome all the friends of the channel, old and new. Thanks very much for sticking with me. It's much appreciated. And like always, I try and get to all your comments within the week, hopefully by the Sunday. So if you wrote a comment early on, just be patient, I'll get back to you. Okie doke. Right, let's get this off the Magic Roundabout, get it on a bench, and have a bloody good look at it. Okay, alrighty, we're on the bench. Right, before we start, let's do a quick comparison. Let's look at this one first. I'll take that out. I'll have a look at that in a second. Right, this is the constructor set version. I have took it apart because I took the Transalite out of this one because that one's broken. And this came with the red body and the yellow back, compared to the standard version with the yellow body and the red back. And if you look at the constructor set, if you know what they're about, there is two bodies, a red one and a white one, and there's a milk float in the white, and there's an ambulance in the white. There's this in the red, this is in the yellow, sorry, and then there's a solid van version in the red. Okay, that's probably why this one's red. Okay, so they're your three versions. There should be a seat in the back of that one. Okay, so this is the constructor set one, and it has that release screw at the bottom, which you turn it and it releases the back. All right, this one is broken because it's missing the little slot there, what goes in there. And just a quick demo. That's the screw. It locks it in place with that there when you turn the screw round. Okay, so that's the constructor set one. So you can change the bodies on whichever one you want. You just put it in, click it down, turn the screw, and it locks the body in place. I've done the milk float and I've done the ambulance on the constructor set version. I've got a police version in there which is not constructor set. So that's what it is. That's the comparison. Okay, this one's got a slightly tinted blue windscreen, and that one hasn't. If you look, you see a slight tint in it. Okay, don't ask me why, I don't know. So we'll put that to one side. We're not messing with this one. I did take the Transalite out of it. That is the Transalite. Okay, the light shines through the top and comes out of these two here. And the reason I took it out of that one is because, as you see in the video, this one's broken. So I'm pretty confident that the headlight is missing. So I thought I'd take that out first. So we've got a flying start. It's got good tyres on it, what there seems to be good tyres on it. Yeah. As you can see, it's got no twist on it. So there we go. So we're going to redo this as is, and there's the seat in the back. You can buy replacement seats for these. I've seen them on eBay, either model supplies or similar. Okay, it's got everything's there. It's just badly scratched up. Okay, windscreen's in good condition. Okay, right, so we'll keep that to one side. We'll need that. We better get a bucket, haven't we, to put the stuff in. Get a bucket to put the stuff in, and we'll make a start drilling this out. I'll just try and move the camera slightly over here, out of the way. We've already got a hole in there, so I think we can go ahead and I might just do a little bit more in there. Just drill it a little bit more, give it a bit more bite. Bear with me a second to get me drilled. There we go. Put this in here, talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm trying to do this on camera. I don't normally like doing this on camera because it's a bit awkward and very noisy. So we're just going to put that in that little hole and just tweak it a bit. You don't have to go mad with it. And change the drill to a bigger one. Offer up the sock, offer up the size. Yep, that ought to do it. I can use a clamp. A lot of people use clamps to put these in. To do it, but I like to do it this way. Just slow, just you don't have to go fast. You might have to wiggle it a little bit because you don't want a massive big drill bit in there scratching all your base up. I think that'll do it. Get your screwdriver and just ping it off. There you go, it's come off. So let's have a look. It's got your two bits at the front what slide in, and it's got this plate. This is holding the back on, so you should just be able to lift one way or the other. That could be a bit tricky. You've got the rivet in there. Well, not a rivet, it's a stub, but then you've got it in there, so you're gonna have to try and feel about getting that out without breaking it, which could be a little bit on the awkward side. How are we going to do that? I don't know. It's a bit tricky, that, isn't it? You need that in place to... Anyway, let's get this... Right, let's have a look what we've got in here. There's the broken piece. It's still inside. There. See it? There it is. On the deck. That's the broken piece. We'll keep that because you might be able to repair that. Now these aren't the easiest to get out because they're quite rigid. You've got to put a little bit of force to try and get it out of that window, out of that front bit there. Okay, and then it all drops out. All right. Now the window unit again is got a big rivet in it, so I'll have to heat the soldering iron up and get that out. I'll demonstrate that. I don't know. No, I don't think I'll be able to get the soldering iron on there, because if you look just there, that's going to be, by the time I get the soldering iron on, that's going to be too close. It's going to break that. So I'm going to have to try and drill this out if I can. And it's quite a big rivet if you look on there. Quite a big turn on there. That's going to complicate issues. So, oh, what's that? Oh, I see. It's got two. I just noticed that it's got that there. They're obviously levers to catch it up with. Try and get that, release that back off there. Yeah. This is going to be the problem, getting this off here. Because you lift it like that, chances are you're going to break that. And if you push from there, you're not really going to get much off it. You wouldn't have thought it would have been that hard, would you? And you can't twist and turn it. It does need to come off. Right, let me investigate this. I'm going to have a bit of time off camera to work it out to get this off here. And when I've done it, I'll tell you what I've done and show you how I did it. Okay, sorted. That's not so bad then. Right, what I ended up doing in the end was just putting a bit of gentle pressure underneath there. Just enough to get it over the edge like that. Okay. And then it come off like that, yeah. Bearing in mind not to bend in that too much. So that's got that off. So then the back just comes out. And those two here, which I thought were levers, weren't they? Were the settee, the seat. Now that settee then comes out. Okay, so that's your settee. Alright, so that's that bit then, that's off. Quite straightforward. The glass, I didn't have getting a big drill in there. This big bugger here. It's a number 8 drill, and that was just enough to cover just a slightly bit bigger than the rivet, and really slow, as you can see. No damage. Okay, and this has got a slight blue tint to it. My mistake, I thought it was clear, but it's got a slight blue tint to it. So we'll clean that up. So that's cool. So that's ready for the stripper. And we'll get this drilled out. It's going to be a short rivet in there by the look of it, because there's not a lot of room to play in there. And we'll get this stripped. Okay. Meet me at the stripper. Okay, kettle's boiled. The extractor fan's on. Get some water in there. I don't know what this is going to be like to get off, because it's yellow and red. And normally they're not great colours to get off. So, start off nice and gentle. You never know. You never know, you never know. I'll put some flipping forceps down here somewhere, I can't find them now. What have I done with them? Get some more. There we go. Right, let's have a look and see. See what's come off and see what hasn't. Oh, that's looking good. Look at that red's come off. So that's pretty cool. That's good, I'm surprised. That's nice. That's ripped that right off, look. So I'll put that in the soaking tray. See what else we got in here. So I'm trying to work around the camera here, so it might seem like I'm just fart-arsing about, but I'm just working around the camera. This is the base. I took the wheels off. Right, here we go. Here, look, hardly touch this yellow, look. It's coming off, but as you can see, it's hardly touched the yellow. So we'll leave that in there for a bit. We'll just check the base. give them a couple more minutes in there. And hopefully I don't have to put the yellow in the stripping gel. If I do, it's going to be overnight. So catch you in a minute. Okay, there you go, all cleaned up. As you know, the red came off dead easy, the grey came off dead easy. The yellow was a pain in the backside, took me ages. So we got a few faint spots on it, but I think the grey primer won't clear off. So there you go. It's a bit scabby. There, the casting, different colours. You see different colours in there, different obviously where the mixes got contaminated. But yeah, I've run a sander over the bumper and over the front of that top screen. Yeah, she's your cover. So methylated spirits and priming and painting. Okay, we're all back from the paint shop, all lacquered up. So here's the red, nicely painted, lacquered up. There's the base, just grey primer and lacquer, that one. I've as you can see, I polished up the hubs. I did take these out in the end. I ground off the end and took them out, polished them up, polished axles up, put new tyres on, and I just peened them over. It's not hard, I used to use a hammer and a metal plate, just tap them over. There's just enough there, look. So that's all rocking and rolling. This is the yellow. All done and lacquered. Just got to put some details on this now. There you go, job done. So we've got the paint out, and I'm just now going to put my gig lamps on, and I'll show you a bit of this. Show you a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll do the bumper. I'm not going to show you all. It's not great on this, do it on this tablet because it keeps going light and dark. But we do the bumper. You see me do this no end of times. Here we go. Well, look here. It's got the hole there for the cranking handle. For those young uns who don't know what that was all about, some cars would need a wang over in the morning to unstick everything. Not the greatest job in the world on a cold morning, standing there cranking up your car. The last one I had to do that to was a larder. I had a 1500 larder estate, and that had a crank handle. I was quite chuffed really, because I hadn't seen one for years. So we're getting this done. Right, apologies for anybody who was expecting the La France fire engine today, but unfortunately, due to time constraints, and because I've had a lot to do this week, I didn't get round to finishing it. It's all painted, ready for assembly, but I haven't got around to putting it together yet. So apologies for that, I do apologise. It was intended to be done, but you know what it's like. You wake up in the morning and certain jobs crop up that you've got to deal with. You know, every day's different. Sometimes you get an easy day, sometimes you get things all come at once and they need to be dealing with. Alright, so here we go. Hope you can still see this. But it's still warm at the moment. Not a blazing sunshine, but it's very close. Very, very close and warm here at the minute. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. That's the bumper. Just do underneath it. I'll do underneath the bumper. La 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 la. What we got? 5 minutes 20. Surprising how much time is spent doing bits and pieces. Time soon flies when you're doing something like this. Soon flies. Right, I think that'll do for the bit here. Finish off the old curl round. That's that. Right, going to finish off a few details on the front here, and then it'll be assembly time. Okay, here we go. Right, okay, like I said before, there's the details. Indicator lights, bumpers and all that done. Now on Google Images it shows a stack of lights at the front, meaning obviously indicator and side light, one on top of the other. But this casting, they're just showing you the one, so we've gone with the one indicator. Yeah, I haven't overdone the grill and what have you. I put the glass in because just dropped it straight in and glued it because I'm going to mess about putting this transit light in. I don't want the glass coming loose, so that's why that's in. So that's in there. Backlights, indicators and stop lights. I presume that's a filler cap, but it is now. It wasn't, it is now. So let's see about getting this back together. Now I put the glass in, so according to the way of things, that should go in, and then we've got to put this in. Now this is not going to be easy to get this right, because it was a bugger to get out. So you're going to have to bear with me when I try and get this in said position. And I'm assuming now I got to put gentle pressure on those, push them in. There you go. Right, they're in. That interior should sit there nicely. That's in the top. So that's that. That's that. Get the now the next thing we've got to do is this bench has got to go in. Now it's a bit tricky this, because if you put it in there like so, where I think it's supposed to go, how it's supposed to go, it doesn't always. If you go like that, And then I think you have to hook that in like that. Click it down. Yeah, there you go. That transalite doesn't seem to want to stay in there. Drop down a bit, don't it? Yeah, so you put your seat in, like I showed you, and put your base on. Then you want your clip here to hold it all together. Push that in there, if that's how it goes. We'll try to get it in anyway. Put a bit of pressure on it to push it down. There you go, that's in. That's in, that's in. Seat's in. Right. The base hooks in the front. That's not going, it's this there is holding it up. Let's try it around the other way. That's better. That'll hold it in better, I think. There you go. Right. Spit a bit of super duper, get the rivet in. This is a cut down rivet. This one. I can pick the bugger up. Get it somewhere near it and then I can tip it up. Come on, you little toe rag. You want to play ball today? It's so tiny. Causing me a bit of a problem here. Get in. Get in, there you go. That's got it. Hold that there for a minute. And we are done. We are done. Right. Magic roundabout time. This is what we started with. Corgi toys, 3/4 ton comma. Play worn. A lot of paint missing. And a broken headlight. So this is what we started with. Now you can have a look. See how it ended up. Have a look at this. Okay then. It's all done. Yeah, it's a little bit on the dark side. You'll see in a minute when it comes round. I've got one of the LEDs set lights on at the back, just so you'll see the headlights as they come round. It makes them glow. Here they come. There you see them. There you go. Look. Look at that. Look. Headlights. Wicked. Okay. So let me just put that down a second and see if I can push that light back in there. Wait a minute, chaps, wait a minute. Just wait one. There you go. Sorry about that. I stood the tablet up against the box and it slipped down. So there we have it. Corgi toys, comma, 3/4 ton. All blinged up, nice polished wheels. Got a little seat in the back. There you go. Transo light. Works really well actually. I needn't have taken the flipping disconnected one of the LEDs really, because you can see it anyway as it comes around. Just me trying to be clever. Here it comes again. Just have another look at it. Here they come. In your face. There you go. Look at them. Look, and they bright. Clever idea. Clever idea. Anyway, right. Thanks for watching. It's much appreciated. Look forward to your comments. And apologies about it not being a La France. But that'll be next week. Okie dokie then. Enjoy yourself, whatever you're doing. Have fun, and I'll see you next week. So bye for now.